What was your favorite cartoon car on TV? With all the cartoons on TV, what really caught my eye was the nice cars in every show. Think about it. Batman even had a couple of different versions. There was Inspector Gadget, Scooby-Doo's Mystery Machine, the Transformers and Optimus Prime, Initial D. There was just so many different cars. So what was your favorite? So it could be from any era, any show, any cartoon car, but that's the only rule. It had to be a cartoon car. What's your favorite?
So I went a little less obvious. I went with, I was just thinking of, like, as a kid, what actual cartoon car I really wish I had as a toy and as in real life. I went with Turbo of GoBots. A Porsche 928. It looked like a Ferrari F40. I just thought it was so cool. Give you a little background on GoBots for those people that haven't heard of it. It was produced by Tonka from 83 to 87, which were based on the Machine Robo toy line Bandai in Japan. So originally from Japan, brought them over to compete with Hasbro's Transformers. And Turbo was the main character. Optimus Prime being a truck for me as a kid. I loved Optimus and he was like super cool, but at the end of the day he was a truck, so I'd keep him as a robot. Whereas this guy was the other way. I'd keep him as the Porsche.
So I didn't realize that this was brought over to be a competitor.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And they were real die cast. It was like literally, it was a Matchbox car that turned into a robot. It was kind of like cheating on Transformers, but I just I love the car aspect of Turbo being a cool car. I always thought that was what was missing in Transformers.
This came out in 1998. It was Initial D, anime from Japan. The main character, Takumi, was a delivery driver for a tofu restaurant, and he drove a Toyota AE86. It was called the Sprinter Terreno. It was a Panda because it was black and white. If you think about, they're driving down those Japanese mountains and they're drifting, and that's how the first show opened. It was basically, there's a guy driving a RX-7 down the hill, and it's his first time on the hill, and he's drifting, and he's apparently like some superstar. And here comes Takumi just on a delivery run, and he passes him while drifting around corners. And the RX-7 dude's like, what is going on? And he tries to keep up, can't keep up. The reason I liked it was the car, the AE86. And that car was just a simple 1.6 liter 16 valve. Had like 140 some horsepower, but it was that drifter. Those cars today sell for like 30, 40,000. I love the whole concept of the show. It's all like subtitled.
Did you know that it was actually inspired by a video game called Initial D Arcade Stage by Sega? The story follows Takumi Fujiwara, a high school student who unknowingly becomes the best drifter in the world.
Yeah, and if you watch the show, you see R32 GTRs, you see Civics, you see RX-7.